Gisela Reis here. I hope everybody's doing good. I am doing a class today focus on twisting to help digestion. As we go through this time, we might find that we have a lot of complications sometimes with digestion. Maybe we're eating a little too much. And so, hi everyone that is joining me this morning. I'm glad you're here. So I'm going to create a yoga class where we'll be focusing on keeping a healthy spine and will help our digestion. So if you are joining me this morning, which I'm happy you are, if you are logging in right now, you're going to need your yoga mat, a pillow or a block, and come and join me with the mat. And I'll start our practice by hearing the Tibetan bell, which is giving you a healing sound for the mind and will help us to stay focused in creating this me time, which will be great for having yourself at your best as you go through on your day today. Start connecting with your breath, feeling your breath here increase. And as we're doing this, I want you to feel the breath coming through your nose, into your throat, to your chest, in as you're filling your abdominal all the way. When you have no more air to get in, you're going to slowly letting this air out and thinking of starting letting this air out through your nose as you slowly start emptying your chest into your abdominal. So we're breathing through the nose, creating the Ujjayi Pranayama breath. Let that air all the way out. And we create that ocean sound breath by again breathing into the nose, expanding through the chest, into the belly. Feel your back opening. And then slowly letting this air out. Imagine you fogging a mirror when you're creating this breath. You're doing this through your nose instead of your mouth. And when you exhale, just feel your face here soft, relax, jaw relax. Releasing any worries, any expectations, and bring the attention here within. And as you start opening your eyes, feel yourself here centered. We're going to start here with your right arm going to the sky, lifted. And we're going to create space here through our spine as we're going to go up and over towards your left. So as you do this, really thinking like an arc that's going up and over towards the side. Feel your hips here grounded, whether it's you're sitting on the pillow or on the mat. You're going to really feel yourself here pressing down with the opposite hip as you're going up and over. Take another breath in. When you exhale, go ahead, look down and go just a little bit more. We're going to come back, and before we switch sides, we're going to rotate your shoulders over towards the left, lift, and go up and over towards the knee. And as you do this, bow your head slightly, feeling the abdominal contract into the spine as you create that space all the way through your right side of your back, through your lats. And then come back all the way to the top. We'll switch sides. Left arm, reach nice and high. And exhale, going up and over. Inhale, create space through your side ribs. Exhale, going over and over. Take another breath in. Feel that left side of your hip grounded as you exhale to your right. And then you're going to start, look down as you go a little bit more. Gazing down, and then come back. Now rotate your shoulders. You're twisting here now over to the right. Go up and over. Inhale. Exhale. As you exhale, feel that abdominal contract into the spine. One more time. Inhale. Up and over. And come up all the way to the top. Now we're going to take here your right hand over to the left knee. Sit nice and tall with the spine. You're going to take a breath in. On the exhale, pull your abdominal in towards the spine and navel back as you twist over. And look as far as you can where your back feels comfortable to go into that twist. And then you come back and alternate. Taking now left over to the right knee, sitting up. Breathing in, exhale. Spiral, pull your abdominal in and in. You might hear your back adjusting. So feel as you're exhaling, that air releases as you go to look back. And then return to the front. Very good. We're going to make it now more of a fluid through our spine as we're going to make circles with our arms. So we're going to take your left arm up, lift, go over to the right, circle it forward, switching arms. So now you're going to bring that right arm over, across, and then you come back to the top. Reverse. Right arm up, go over to the left, reach over as you go down, moving forward, alternate, reaching that left arm across, turn it forward, and return. Again, we go up and over, facing down, reach, 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 reach. Feeling that nice fluidity with your breath. We'll do it one more time. Inhale. Over. Turn it facing down. Reaching your arms around so that halfway through they switch. And then you turn facing up and return to the top. Excellent. Now from here, relaxing the hands. We're going to take those hands on the top of the knees. Lift your shoulders and exhale. Release it down. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And we're doing this little circle through the head, but it's not going to go back. It's just going to go from the sides, forward, side, and then back to the top. So still taking your head over to the left, forward, to the right, and back, and left, forward, to the right, and back to the top, and sideways. So your range of motion might not be the same as mine, but I want you to just do what you can with no pressure or tension. Just really using the breath as you go with your head and then back. We're going to reverse. We're going to take the head over to the right, forward, left, inhale, center, and left, and forward, side, and back. Now, interlace the fingers. Press those palms forward and hide your head between the arms. Take those arms up to the top. Bring it behind your head. And right from here, you're going to think of leaning the back of your skull into your hands and let your head relax into your hands as you open your chest up. So really feel like you have a light through the chest, that you're trying to lighten up the ceiling. And then return your gaze forward. Excellent. Now imagine you have paint on your elbows and you're going to create figure eights with your elbows. Or just think of like making a circle with your elbow. So you're going to let one elbow go down and the other goes down in a circle. And you're just doing that nice and slow. Remember, the hands are very, very light on the head. Just the fingertips. So I'm going to just pull mine apart so you can see that I'm not pulling my head. It's just a little circle through the elbows. And you inhale and exhale. And you may make that circle a little bit bigger. You can even try this with your eyes closed. And just really feeling that spiral happening. Thinking like an energy flow that's happening through your body. Can you reverse? Let's reverse it, but the other way. You know, always creating that nice ocean sound breath. And then slowly come back. Reach those arms nice and wide, open your chest forward, and then release the hands down. Good. We're going to come from this position that we had. We're going to switch legs that you had in front. So you might find that you had one in front for too long. Go ahead, switch it. And remember, if this is always a difficult pose, you can always make your feet slightly go out forward or out to the side, whatever feels good to sit on, okay? So from here, I'm just going to focus more on the shoulders. Go ahead, taking your left arm, and you're going to wrap it around and then down. And then the right comes up and around. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Just imagining here you're tossing a veil, I guess, over your head as it goes up and around. Use your breath as you flow. Inhale and exhale. Good. Now we're going to try this with our hands together. And you're going to make a circle around the head. So the fingers are interlaced. You're going to take both hands around from the back side, forward, and again. Just going just as far as you can. You might find the range of motion might be small to begin, but that's okay. Go around. And then reverse. For those that are joining in, welcome. Wake up this morning, your body. You might be awakened for a few hours, but until you start moving your body physically, still being asleep. So we're going to move the body here. And I'm glad you joined me. And then come back, release. Excellent. So here, go ahead, take those legs in front. From being bent, you can just tap those knees up and down, shake them in and out. We're going to come to a tabletop. So let's move, if you have any props out to the side, like me, I had a pillow so you can move it out. And find your hands directly under your shoulders, a nice line through the head to the tail, okay? So here we're doing our cow and cat pose. I want you to think of relax your belly, but also at the same time open your chest forward. Now this depends completely on your neck comfort. You might bring your gaze slightly up, but that if it brings you dizziness or uncomfortable, keep your gaze forward. And then on an exhale, go ahead, round your back, spread your shoulders nice and wide as you're digging in your abdominal up. So remember, we're trying to help digestion here this morning. So we're going to really pull your abdominal into the spine when you go into the cat. And then inhale, open. Collarbone smile forward. Feel your shoulders drawing back to your hips. That's your breath in. And exhale, lift, 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 lift. And inhale, open. And exhale, going up, up, up. And when you go into that cat, you want to be light on your hands because you're really trying to create a lift. And open. Now I'm going to be, for the camera's sake, I'm going to turn facing you, but you can just stay where you are on your mat. What I would like for you to do here is more of a side turn. So imagine you have a magnet that's pulling your ribs over from one side to the other. So you're going to think ribs rather than your hips. So you're going to think the ribs go over to your left and then over towards the right. And think this is a nice back stretch as you go over to the left and to the right and left. Exhale as you lift. Inhale, transition. Exhale, right, and again. Left. Right, now we're going to spiral. So what's going to be is going to be a circle that's happening through your mid-body. So think this is the center of the energy. So your belly button is going to go down. It's going to come up over towards the right, left, and then down. So it's going to look like this. You're going to go up over to the right side, lift, lift in the middle, through the left, and down, and it's going up on the right. Lower the head as you go into the cat, into the left, and head and tailbone up. One more time, lift, all the way, left, and then reverse. We're going to go over to the left. The head goes down, up, right, and down, and side, up, left, and down. One more time, side, left, side, and then back to your center. Excellent. Now I'm going to see where I am. I'm going to have you take both of your feet over towards the left. And as you do this, think of leaning slightly back as you feel yourself curving over to one side. And then you're going to take your feet over towards the right. Think shoulder direction of your hip as you exhale to look back towards the feet. Inhale forward. Exhale left. Inhale forward. Exhale right. Inhale forward. Weight shifts. Weight shift back as you turn. One more time. Exhale. Good. And back to center. Excellent. Now let's come back over to the mat where you're parallel. And you're going to tuck the toes here under as you lift up through your hips to your first downward dog. So when you do this, you want to be with your weight even, more so as you go back towards your feet. So if you feel too much on your hands, I recommend for you to maybe start off with the blocks. And if you don't have the block, one for each hand, you may have a tool there so you can feel more weight on your feet. When you're here, think of bend your knees and shift the hips back so you can start feeling the sensations going through the back of your hamstrings.
Gently paddle one heel down at a time. You're going to feel this from one leg to the other. A nice good awakening. As you exhale, feel the hips shift back. Inhale, exhale. Creating that nice flow. And then you're going to take both heels up. And exhale, both taking your hips back at the same time. As you try to literally take the weight from the wrists of your hands back into your hips. Then go to your toes. Inhale. Exhale, going back. And you might notice when you go into this pose that you might even try to get a little lift of your toes when you go back. So inhale, and then exhale. Try to pick up the energy from your toes back more into the ball of the feet. And maybe, just maybe, depends on your Achilles, you might feel that your heels are able to touch down towards the floor. Okay? So you're going to gently bend your knees and wag your hips side to side. So then again, we're going to doing that spine move. We're going to take your heels over to the right, take over to the left. Hips and heels, right? And notice that I have my knees bent as I'm doing this side to side. Wagging your tail, happy dog from side to side. Remember, you don't want to feel too much this on your wrist, so have the hands on the chair if it's too much to have it on the ground. Then when you come back to center, bring your knees forward and let's take a walk. Nice slow walk as the feet comes over towards the front. Take the weight off the hands. So you're going to think of now your back being parallel to the floor when you inhale. When you exhale, feel yourself folding and soften the back of the knees as you feel the spine just melt and mold down towards the floor. I'm going to turn myself facing you. You don't have to, but your hands will go to your opposite elbow. So you're creating a window for your head. And when you're here, just feel the weight shift from one foot to the other. Nice and gentle. And again, you don't want to feel too much on the legs. So keep your knees slightly bent and just feel the torso there heavy and relaxed. Taking that pressure off the lower back. More so if you have been standing or sitting for too long, this will be good. Good to compensate it. Relax those arms down. Press into the feet. As you feel the energy through your feet, you're going to start pulling yourself up, articulating the spine as you come up, and there you are, standing at the very top. Now I'm going to turn facing you. We're going to have the mountain pose. The hands are reaching down, chest is open, collarbones are smiling, and you're feeling yourself standing here tall. Take a full breath in. Feel that now we're pulling into the spine. Feel the energy more into the ball of the feet and heels. So often, our tendency is to have the weight too far forward, or either the shoulders go forward or the hips go forward. So we're trying to have more a line from the heels all the way up. So it goes from your hips and then shoulders, and then the head is right in the middle of those two reaching to the sky, okay? From there, you're going to reach those arms up to the sky. So take a nice look up on the inhale. On the exhale, take the hands down and folding yourself down over the legs. Take a big step with your left foot back. Left foot steps back, okay? Now from there, you're going to rest the left knee carefully on the mat. And again, you can always add more props if you need to under that knee if you find discomfort, okay? It can be blankets, can be pillows, but right here we have the weight shift forward. You will get a sensation through the left hip flexor. You want to make sure that the ankle is not behind your knee, so it's nice and lined. And then you're going to think of use your abdominal to lift up through the waist, shoulders are relaxed, and try to add your arms up for crescent. So we're reaching those arms all the way up. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down. Now here is we're going into the twist. So the left hand can be on the floor, or if you have a block or a thick book, you can take your hand on it to create support. We're going to twist to the right. So here you have a twist to keep the left knee down, or extend here your back leg. Then your exhale, spiral up to the right. Right from there, you have the option of that right hand come back behind your back as you're trying to open that right shoulder back a little bit more to create a little bit more of a twist. But you don't want to sink this left hip down too much because you want to keep it still in alignment, parallel to the floor as you twist up to the right side. So some of you might even be able to get your arm across over towards the right side. So that's totally optional. I'm going to stay right here. We're going to take the right arm up, bring it down. The right foot now will go back, and you'll find a plank. Right from here, we're creating a flow to get the chest down. You can modify with the knees down, or keeping the legs straight to go down to chaturanga. Elbows not close to the body. You inhale, coming up to a mini cobra, toes down.
It's very important when you're doing your cobra to pull your abs in, snug those elbows close, chest open. Inhale and exhale. We'll do that again. Inhale up. Feel that spine align. Feel the shoulders press down away from your ears so you have a nice long neck, not turtlenecks. And then gently release back down, okay? Long, long neck. So we're going to come up and then exhale back. Downward dog. So we're going to adjust the feet together in the downward dog and take the left leg up and back behind you. So in case if you're doing here with the chair, you'll place the hands on. Remember, you don't want to have too much on your hands, but you still have that left leg up in the air, okay? And then on the exhale, you're going to draw your knee towards your chest to work through the core. So I want to help your digestion. We're going to pull that knee in towards your chest. You're going to take the knee over to the right, knee over to the left, and then bring it back. And we'll do it again. Knee close to the chest, knee to the right, knee to the left, and back. And of course, the more you can find that nice line where the hips come in line with the shoulders, and you can really feel that knee come closer. So try to pull that knee higher towards your armpit, not just the elbow, but really close in. And then bring it back, settle down, bend your knees, feel it shift back, rest the knees. We're going to switch everything now to the other side. So now you have your left foot in front of you and feel the hips shift forward, okay? Make it nice and big so your ankle is not behind your knee. Lengthen through the waist. Take your arms up. Feel long as you reach into that crescent. Feel that sensation through your right hip, opening, lengthening. Then you slowly take your hands down. Again, you have the option to keep the right knee down or extending. Maybe if you use the block, maybe be here right under the right hip. On the exhale, twist towards the left. Feel the downward pulling in as you spiral. And if you're modifying, that knee is down. We're going to take the left arm now back behind you. Just like you saw me before from facing the other way. Open the chest. Bring the twist on the exhale. Try to not let the knee fall off. Try to keep the knee close to you. Energy through your back leg. Extend, take the hand down, rest, okay? Then from here, taking the proper way, leg goes back, and then you adjust it, adjusting the legs in. Take now your left leg to the sky, reach it back. Exhale, draw that leg in. And you're gonna go from the right, the left across, and back. Again, forward, cross, back, lift. So when I say cross, I mean the knee across your chest. It goes from the same side, goes to the left, to the right, and back. One more. Pull it in, closer to your chest. Align the hips, and then back. And then from there, take your feet down, finding a line parallel. So if you need to rest knees, you can. Chaturanga. Inhale, opening. You might be warm now to come to the upper dog, okay? So if you're not yet, you know your body better than anybody. So you might just go into cobra. If you're doing the upper dog, you have a choice here to really feel your chest passing forward. You can also take the knees up for those that have that flexibility, and then take the toes under. Exhale, back, downward dog. Take a deep breath in. Feel the energy from your arms all the way up to your armpits, into your lats, into your hips, opening the sitting bones back. As you exhale, feel the heat that you're creating, opening up and making you get into this downward dog, maybe perhaps with ease here, with more ease. Now looking towards the hands, we're going to take the right foot forward. So you might find some of you might get stuck right here. We're like, my hip flexion doesn't let me. And so if that happens, use your right hand to take the leg around to the right to bring it forward. So you will have a look more like off to the side to come back. But if you can, you're going to bring that leg in, place it, and the more quiet that foot goes in between your hands, the better. Take that left foot in to meet the right, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, fold, soften your knees, feel yourself fold in. Arms rise up. Lift, lift, lift. Hands to heart. Good. From here, I'm going to have you go into triangle. So take your feet apart. You want your right heel inside of the left foot through the arch to make sure that's in one line. And then you find the position where you can hinge through the hips. So if your feet is too close because you feel unvulnerable with the balance, this is where your chair can come in hand, because then you can place the hand on the chair or something like a table, a small table on the behind you to make sure that you're stable. But having the feet too close, you're limited how far can you go. And you're not going to perhaps feel a sensation through your groin on the right inner thigh. Widening the feet, just like a tripod, right? The wider, the more actually grounded you're going to be here. So we're going to start with arms long. We're going to turn the right palm up as you're hinging. And notice that in here, I'm not doing a tilt through the spine. I'm not doing this. So it's really happening through the hips. Your right hip will lower as you're hinging, and now the sensation is happening here to that right inner thigh or groin as you go over towards the right side. And then from there, you're going to slowly settle the hand. The hand can be open in front of you. For those that have a block, you can use your block for support, or you can just place the hand on top of your leg. For those that are deeper into the stretch, you can take that right hand all the way down towards the floor. And notice I'm not having my hand in front of the foot, but behind. And the reason why is because I want you to feel like you're leaning yourself in one straight parallel line. So the tendency often when we do the triangles, and I have seen that throughout many times in my career, is that the weight shifts forward and you can see my head is completely off alignment with my body. You want to have your whole body in one straight line. So if I was using here this behind me to make sure that I am nice and straight, I'm going to keep my head against this wall. This is when you know your triangle is in a good place. You have your hips and your head and your shoulders and your abdomen pulling back. So you have that one nice, beautiful triangle position where you're really nice and aligned. From there, have a variation where you bend your top arm and open your top ribs to the sky. So really feel here, you exhale. You feel solid and strong through the legs. The left foot is pressing into the ground. The outside of that left foot is pressing down. You feel your toes active. You feel your legs here firm. And then from here, the left arm, you're going to extend, press, rise up to the top. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So now you're going to bring your right toes in, left toes pointing left. Arms are long, hinging through the hip. Lower through that groin again. You want to feel that nice hinge. So sometimes in class you have seen me from the past. If you have been in my JCA classes, you know that I like to do even 3 times hinge here through the hips. So you know you can get into that nice hip stretch. And then you, again, use your prop like a block or anything to give you here stability. So you can find your line, your straight line into your triangle. And then you find that nice full breath in. Nice full breath out. That top arm can bend. Exhale. Feel your legs firm. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Coming back. Return to the very top. Now we're going to square the hips over towards the right side. Okay? So we have your legs in the same kind of distance. You might bring a little bit tap closer if you need to there. But we have the hips squared over toward the front of your mat. You lengthen, inhale, lean forward, flat back. Now this, when you go into this position, you might find that the hamstring is like, wah! Bend the knee if that happens, okay? Use the props for security as you now, if you, we're going to create a twist here eventually. But so if you are using the block, have it on your left hand if you only have one. And you're going to slowly mold over towards the right leg. Again, bend that knee as much as you need to. Okay, as you're trying to slowly feel yourself folding into that right leg. Inhale. Exhale. Now think of drawing your right hip back. So you're having your hips parallel to the floor even. Sometimes one hip is higher than the other. So you're trying to, you can even check with your right hand right on top of the hips to make sure, okay, are they even? Is one higher? Is one forward more than the other? So then you can create that self-judge there. Now, this is where you're going to create the twist. The left hand can be on the block. Suck the right knee as much as you need to. You're going to start spiraling to your right side. So think now right hip, because you got the right leg in front. Right hip back as you exhale, lift up through that right arm. So there's a string that's pulling you up through the right side. Inhale, exhale. For those that can go deeper, this block or your hand can move to the outside of that right foot. And then you continue spiraling to the right. Inhale. And sometimes coming in and out of the pose, it's absolutely normal. You might see myself here like moving and shaking a little bit. It is normal because you're challenging yourself, right? You're trying to do your best. And falling is part of creating that full to yourself, but not where you're getting hurt, of course. Always try to, if you do come off the pose or if you fall, always think of falling gracefully. Okay? You never want to get that impact. When we get scared and we fall is when we usually get hurt. Now, you saw from here I'm moving over towards the front. And we're going to take a moment here to inhale. Feel the spine nice and long, so you might need to come higher to get that back straight. Exhale as you're folding in. Now, you might notice a difference already from the right to the left. From doing that pyramid pose and triangle twist through the right. We will go soon towards the left. Exhale, fold yourself in. This is where you could create traction through your hands or hold on. There's a lot of variations here, but you can take either the hands at your ankles or you can take the hands flat. And I'm just going to take with those variations right now. So take a deep breath in. Exhale as you feel yourself folding. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now, we're going to turn ourselves facing left. So if you had the blocks, bring them with you and turn your body over to the other side. So come back with the hands at the hips, lengthening all the way up to the top. Adjust the feet to where you know that now you're facing left side. Inhale, feel the spine lift. Exhale as you're going parallel over towards the left. So lengthen. Exhale, slowly fold. Again, remember to bend that left knee as much as you need to. You never really want to block the knee when you're doing these forward folds. You want to feel that the belly of the muscle, which will be here, your hamstring on the left, it's getting the stretch, not your actual joint, okay? Deep breath in. Exhale, folding. Inhale, and when you're doing this, think of it like your back is a caterpillar that's moving up and down as using that nice long exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Then you use your props, okay, if you need to them. We're going to start working on the twist of the triangle here over to the left. So draw your left hip back. Again, you can use the hand at the top of the hips to judge here to make sure that the hips are square. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to start turning to your left side. Breathe in, breathe out. And again, here is when you can, making extra, if you can go into a little bit deeper, twist to the left. Left arm can extend. And remember, you want to think of left up. So, common mistake here also can happen is where the shoulder does this. Do you see? Now the arm is going up, but I'm not really twisting. You want to twist, which means you want this to happen through your waist. You're pulling your abdominal in. It's for the spine and digestion. So you want to feel this happening right from your body, from the waist as you twist up to your left side. And maybe adding that a little extra, moving the hand across. So you're only going to go as far as you can, but don't feel it in the wrong places. You don't want to feel like a strain on your shoulder. You want to feel this happening through your spine, okay? From there, we're going back to center. Now have the hands at the hips and lengthen up to the very top. All the way up. Feel your sitting bones bringing down, activating the hamstring, the glutes, abs engaged. And now have you turn your toes out, okay? The toes are out, and you're going to exhale, let your knees here bend. Now, as you're doing in this squat, feeling your shoulders relax, sit down and engage, exhale. Feeling that you inviting your knees outward the best they can, okay? The hands can be a bit inside. So you're going to come back, inhale, exhale, inhale. Feel the energy through the heels up. Your intention is what we're going to count here. I can do this all day without any energy at all. Feel that energy from the ground up. Engage the muscles all the way through the legs and core. And then you're back. Inhale, snug, and open. Right from there, place the hands on your thighs. maybe widen the feet because you want the knees in line with your ankles. You're going to exhale, taking one shoulder down. This is where your twist is going to happen. You're going to exhale, look up towards the sky as you let your right shoulder come down and twisting from the waist. And what I'm doing here, I'm inviting my legs to go open more so I can create freedom more so through the waist so I can create that spiral on the exhale. Inhale, alternate. Inhale, exhale. And you want to look up, pull your abdominal in. One more time on each side. Good. Come back and lengthen. Good. Now from here, I want you to take your arms in. So I'm going to baby steps here. Left arm back, right arm forward. Back to that. And so here, when you create the twist, it's going to create some stability. You have to have some stability with your legs to then you spiral and spiral. And now what you're trying to do is like, how far can my hands go with this spiral? Okay? So when you go down, think of now, use your right hand, go across to the thigh as my left hand is going to try to come into the inside. And then exhale, twist. I still have action through the legs, otherwise the knees will knock in. So you still want to think of opening. And then come back, cross it. So I'm taking here the left in front, left, right behind. Turn, and then see if you can get a hold of the legs. It's okay if you can't, and you might look at you as like, what, is she made of rubber? No. You can, it takes time, but you can exhale, really feel that you're creating more flexibility, more room, more space through the waist as you exhale to create that nice twist. And then come back long. Open. Now this is where I'm going to take your hands up and open your chest, open, elbows, everything shines forward. And this is totally optional. I'm closing my eyes, but you don't have to. More so if your eyes closing throws you off balance. But by doing that, you're creating more of this internal awareness where you know the space, it hasn't changed around you, but you can trust your body here to close your eyes and just feel everything opening. Then have the hands in, rise back up, just your legs back until you come back to the very top. Notice your body. You may feel some heat inside as you have created these flows. Come to the front of the mat again, whatever front you want to make. Lengthen all the way up. So feel the spine lift, 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 lift. Exhale, folding over towards the floor. Elongate. Take here your left foot back. Big step. Taking the right foot back. Big step. Find yourself parallel to the floor. Exhale as you're going down towards the ground. Pointing the toes back. Now I'm going to show this for the camera's sake, facing you. So you here, I'm going to have you take your fingertips out to the sides, and you're going to come up. Feel the abdominal pull in with you and shoulders down. Inhale. On exhale, let one shoulder go down. You're looking up. Inhale, lift. And then the other. Inhale, lift. Exhale. And back. Exhale. And back. Now you're going to stay down through the torso. I'm going to have you do more through the legs. What I want you to do here is draw your shoulders back and get the left leg reach back behind you. Bend your knee, and then you're going to let your leg go back and spiral. Notice that my shoulder's still the same. Exhale, feel that foot reach across. Invite the knee to face the ceiling as best as you can without letting go of your shoulders. And then come back to the very top. Now we're doing the other side. So now it's going to be right leg, reach, so the hip comes off the ground, bend the knee, trying to keep your shoulders still the same. Exhale, feel that your foot may not touch the ground. Mine happens to touch because I do have the flexibility. If you can, great. If you cannot, do not worry. Just keep practicing, keep working on your back flexibility. It will give. I have seen it with my own eyes. So many people have improved their flexibility with practice and precision. So think of like, exhale, feel that knee lift, and then come back to the top. Relax those hips, make sure there's no tension. Push with your hands, and this is where you go back all the way to shallow pose. Now I'm still kind of healing here from a knee ACL injury, so I'm going to actually have myself sit
on the block so I'm not over bending my knee. But if you can go all the way back, go ahead, relax yourself all the way to a nice child pose so you can rest. Feel your back settles. Feel the breath against the mat. Feel like you're fogging the mat again here. You're really actually fogging it, breathing through your nose. And then come all the way up to the top of your knees. We're going to tuck the toes under for a single arm camel. You're going to take your left hand over towards, trying to reach back towards your heel. Lifting the right arm up. Feel the energy lifting. Now when you do this, don't follow the mistake of pushing the hips forward farther than your knees. You want to keep your hips in the same line as your knees. And you're going up through the chest to go back. And you're opening. Okay, we're going to try bringing the gaze down to the left and really feel that right arm reach long. Then try to perhaps bring your gaze back up. And now you're trying to open your chest to the sky. Gaze over towards the right hand to return. Bring that right hand back to the right heel. Keeping your hips in line. Reach up through your left side. Up, up, up. Feel the sternum open. Reach. Depending on your flexibility, you might go even farther back with the gaze over toward the left hand. But that's totally up to you. You guys may just be here. Then you're going to go down to the right. You're going to turn your body slightly to the right. Back up again. Return to the top. Now, third variation, we're going to have the hands on through your lower back, right at your sacrum, the big area at the hip, okay? And that's actually not here, down here. And you can choose to have your knuckles facing each other and having the elbows in, or having the actually fingers pointing at each other this way. Pull your abdominal in, you're going to lift, and exhale, open to go back. Now remember, I'm not pushing my hips forward, I'm still having my hips in line, I'm going back this way. Now, if you can, you might find that you can reach those hands to the heels. And if you have that flexibility, you can pull your abdominal in. Again, I'm not compressing, I'm lifting to go back. Healthy spines as we're doing this. Healthy spines. No compression, but freedom. Think of freedom as you go back. Then slowly return. Hands round into the catch. Pull the abdominal in. Now I'm going to have you face me, or if you were sideways, off to your mat. And noticing I have my right leg in front, my left leg back, okay? So what I'm going to have you do, you're going to take your right hand, because I'm facing you, your right hand is going to go across and you're going to exhale, look back. And when you look back, think of it, if you can find your, in your case, right foot when you go back. See if you can see that through the crevice of your eyes when you go back. Then you return. This hip was moving, right? Now we're going to try to settle the hip down. And some of you might find, well, my hips don't quite do that. I don't have that flexibility. But try to work it where you can bring the hip back. And when you do that, wrap your arms, bring it over to the right side, and then spiral and spiral and spiral, and look back over towards your left to find the right foot, and then exhale, back in one more time, and across, and in. Now, we're going to just do a little lift here to make it fun. Take the left hand down, draw your hips up, and create that nice freedom again. Now you have your right arm reaching back behind you. So the side view of this is this. You go back like this, and then you gently return. And as you return, take here your right leg over. So it can just be this way, or cross it all the way over the knee that's in front of you. So you might find that if you do that, your hip come off. And if that happens, that's not the goal. So bring the foot back on the inside, because we do want to have the hips down as your base. That's your primary focus. Now if you can get that with the hips staying, great. Now go ahead, take your right hand behind you, hug the left, feel the spine lift, and then exhale, spiral back over towards the right. Now some of you might be able to get a little bit of a more of a fancy twist with the arm crossing. If you can, lift, exhale, spiral over towards your right side. Tall through the spine. Every time you exhale, squeeze the abdominal. You're helping that digestion here as you exhale, look back. And then taking your arm back, lift, and then look to your over the opposite side, which will be left.
And then we start everything over to the other side. So if you're creating a nice good sense of heat going through your body, this is good. It's detoxing, which is great. Good to create that digestion, healthy digestion and good metabolism. So we're going to start by lifting now your left hip, turning to the right, and exhale, look back, and see if there's any chance that you can see your foot that is laying back on the other side. And then you come back. Now you're going to lower the left hip, pull in and pull those abs in, and let the head bound as you go over to your left side, and then come around, go over towards your right. Exhale, and around. Exhale. So you might find that you are perhaps right now in life just watching, so you can do it later. Sometimes it's good to just see what to predict, and then you can rewatch this video late in the day or late in the week. Exhale. And then I go around one more. And then return to center. Now, with your right hand staying down back behind you, you're going to take the left arm in front. Reach. Let your hips move forward. Bring in perhaps the gaze over to where the left hand is. Create that nice sensation through your body. And then slowly bring it back. And then take your left leg across. Same thing, exact same thing here. So you can take it across this way or take it just right here, okay? So because of my injury, I actually don't feel as comfortable right here because I cannot bend this knee as much. I'm going to stay right here, okay? So whatever works for you, whatever you want in your life path with your body, work with it and do the best you can. So have the left arm now back behind you. Take your right arm across. Same exact sensation. We're going to create a traction here. Lift. Breathe in. Exhale. Squeeze from the waist and then look back. And as you do this, thinking of really, really tall through the spine as you create that twist. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then return, counter twist over towards the right. So you have the left in front, lift tall. So both of the sitting bones are down on the floor. And then exhale, look back over. Exhale to the right. And come back to center. Now I'm going to have you take yourself coming to the floor. So as we come to the floor, we're going to take those legs in front of you and take your time to round your spine. If you feel like you're about to fall in this position, use support. You want to use the bum as much as you can, but not feel like you are just giving up. So you're slowly still giving your best as you're coming down. And then you find yourself relaxed on the floor. Now bringing your knees bent, bringing your heels closer to you. Open your arms out to the sides. Take here your right leg over left. We're going to keep the shoulders exactly the same. Legs are wrapping. They're going to go over to the left and you're going to look to the right. You're going to pause that inhale. Exhale. Think of snug the legs close together so you can feel perhaps a sensation to the outside of that right hip as you create the twist over towards the left. You're going to return to center. Now I'm not going to uncross the legs. I'm going to keep them the same as I'm going to take them across now to the right as I look to the left. So inhale, exhale. Feel this happening through your back. Abs engage. Exhale. Come back. Release. Now you're going to have the left wrap over. And we're going to take the legs again to the right. Now snug those legs in. Take them across. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Now keep the legs the same. They're going to go across over to the left. So now you're looking to the opposite direction, which will be your right, as you take the legs left. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to center. Take the legs and uncross them. And I want you to just take the legs up to the sky. Circle the ankles. Circle the other way. Good. And just settle the feet back to the floor. Now, as we're creating a little inversion, if you like to go just up like this, you can.
Or if you have something, a pillow or a block, to place the block at your hips, not your lower back, at your hips. You can then elevate your legs with more ease and just letting that blood flow here as you just feel yourself relaxing in this position. Now, so some of you might find that you want to go in a higher inversion or more of a variation that you know you can. That would be your shoulder stance. So you're going to take the hands on your back. It's very important when you're doing this that you're not feeling it on your neck. If you do, you need to put more weight in your hands and less onto your neck. Trying to really think of lifting more up and over, creating almost like a candle ideal of lifting up. But it happens because you're bringing your shoulders closer together, closer and closer and closer. Your gaze is up. And you're trying to, I'm going to slowly come down so I can explain this a little better because it's harder to talk. But you want to, once you're in that shoulder stance, you want to make sure you have a slightly space between your chin and neck. If your chin is tucked in all the way to your chest when you're doing that, that's not good for your, one, for your breathing, and two, for your neck. So you want to make sure that you have that little space between your chin and chest when you're up at the very top. So if I was showing that variation now, I still have space between my chin and chest when I go straight up. And then of course there's variations where you take the legs one forward, one back, and you could do this to on a block. Now this is where you actually create with a twist. You can take one leg across while you're here and create that twist from the waist again. Same thing would be split, twist. Some options too is to reach the legs back. Again, remember there's space between my chin and my chest, and I want you to do the same when you're going to the plow. The arms can be pressed down. The legs can go across over to one way, and there's another twist. Legs can go across the other way. And you can also do this with your knees bent. I didn't say that. You can do this with your knees bent, or you can do a little bit of a turning at the hips that way. Okay, we're going to make it way down. So for those that were on the block, you could have done this way too. Okay, what you were doing. Just want to review for those that are watching it and doing it later. You could have done that option as well. When we come down, we're going to do it with control. So if you had the blocks, you remove them and you slowly make your way down as fast as you can. Okay. Once the legs are up, I'm going to finalize by reaching those upper body up into abdominal work. So reach the shoulders off the ground. Watch those legs. You're going to slowly descend the legs with control. Abs protecting the back as you lower the legs. Where you feel like you're perhaps feeling your lower back, maybe bring the legs a little higher, because I am going to take the legs out, cross, inhale, exhale, inhale, reach forward, breathe in, breathe out. One more. Good. Now slowly lower the legs all the way. At the very end, relax the head and shoulders. Shake those feet in and out, make sure the legs are relaxed. And we're going to finish with a nice twist, but this time focus only spinal. So we're going to bring here your right leg in. Let me take my own right. Take the left hand, open your right arm, and then cross the leg. Now I'm going to have you stay with the right shoulder exactly where it is, and you're only going to go with your left leg as far as your leg can go. Bring your gaze to the right side. As you exhale, pull the abdominal into the spine to create the flexibility, or as far as your leg can go. And now here, I'm going to let your right hand, look at your right hand, bring it up and above your head. Keep going, keep going, keep going. You're going to fold all the way. So now you're stretching the left shoulder, and you're letting your right hip here relax and folding into that side. Exhale. Keep your gaze at the right hand again. Reach it up. And then that right knee is going to come in and open in a flat tree facing the sky. So let here your right knee fall off to the side, you're facing the sky, big exhale. Extend your right leg. Left leg comes in, right hand on top, look over to the left. I'm going to create a little more room here. Look over to the left side. So on the nice inhale, you're going to pause. Exhale as you go a little bit more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Now follow your left hand. Reaching that left arm above your head.
going around, and you are folding over to the left. So you're stretching the inside of that right shoulder, and your left hip is falling in. The inner thigh is getting a stretch. Relax the hips right here. Big exhale. Good. Then you're going to bring that left arm, getting that left arm, come around. The left knee's going to fall off to the left side. Exhale. Feel your whole body here heavy and relaxed. Extending your left leg. Feel your body here flat. You can stay here for a good 2 to 5 to 10 minutes, as much as you wish, into Shavasana, the relaxation corpse pose. I am going to end the session, but you can always come back. There's my time ball. You can always come back and do your relaxation longer. I do like to finish the practice with a nice and the it's just the voice that unites in all of us together. So if you have any unspoken words that's tight in within your chest, anxiety that's building into your chest, by creating this sound it will let the voice within you vibrate out to the world, and it will bring a good sense of the end, hopefully, of peace and release. And as we have created this detox digestion flow that we did today, I hope that you will feel so much better, free, and knowing that you have created blood flow through your body, through your spine in healthy ways. So if you are never done the before, you may just watch it and then join if you like later. I will do a good 2 to end. So finding yourself relaxed with your palms facing up, or you can have the hands interpreted in front of your heart. And then we'll just take a nice deep breath in. I will do one more, so if you're still hesitating back at home and watching me, you might join me on this last one. So take a nice deep breath in. Shanti Shanti, which means peace, peace, namaste. The light within me bounds and honors the light of each one of you. Namaste. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Stay tuned in, and remember to follow all the other 16 other classes that we have a week. Thank you so much for joining me this morning, and I hope you stay safe. Bye.